What's going on? Dean from Full Circle here, and today I'm going to talk about what are grubs, why you should care, and what to do about them. So, first thing, what are grubs? Well, simply put, grubs are the larval form of Japanese beetles, right? That's my best Japanese beetle drawing. I know, it's pretty solid, but they're just a larval form of that, right? And why you should care is because of this little life cycle over here. This is our full life cycle. We're going to go through this in a second. But why you should care is because these little guys eat the grass roots, right? These are my little roots for the grass. And so they actually eat the grass roots and totally kill the lawn. Like scorched earth, can't come back, kill it, needs to be reseeded or sodded or something because it won't come back. It just gets killed. And so this is the pesky problem right here. So how do we treat it? Like we said, because that's the problem with grubs. That's why you should care. And the thing is, if it's not happening to your lawn, that doesn't mean you're safe. Because it could happen later, and like we said, we don't want it to happen because it's terrible. So here's what we do. We do a preventative treatment at Full Circle. You can do it as well as a homeowner. We do a preventative treatment in kind of like, late June, early July, kind of early summer time frame. And we put out, you can get it at a big box store or you can have us do it, but put a preventative treatment out and that stops this from happening at all, right? That's what we recommend. Much cheaper, right? You might not need it this year, but we can't tell if you need it or not without doing a lot of testing. Not worth it. So we put this preventative treatment down on our customers' properties to keep them safe throughout the year. There's also a curative treatment, right? That's going to be like on the bag, it would say like 24-hour grub removal, right? As opposed to like the preventative, it would be called like a seasonal. But so the curative treatment is what we do when like, oh no, you have grubs in your lawn. We need to come out like tomorrow, get these things out of here, right? This is something you generally have to water in. Like it'll put down a granular, or if we do a spray, we don't. But like even that you should water in actually. I take it back. So, but if we're doing like a curative, right, we would put down like a granular. You have to water it in, or you could do the same thing as a homeowner. That's the 24-hour one. And you water that in, and that would kill all the grubs in the lawn. And then you'd have to start the reseeding process, probably aerate, overseed, reseed, and then or do sod and make sure that it's a pain. You have to water all that stuff to make sure the lawn state gets back and you actually have a good lawn coming into the spring of next season. So yeah, that's the gist of why you should care and kind of what to do about it. Now let me just walk you through the life cycle real quick in case you're curious. I spent all the time drawing this out. So this is our grass, dirt, and then this is kind of our little larvae, our grubs. And so what they do is they're deeper down in the soil, right, early in the season. As the season moves on, they come closer up, and then they metamorphose into Japanese beetles. And then after that, the Japanese beetles plant their eggs in the ground, usually very close to where they came out of. So, if they came out of your lawn, very close to that. Then the grubs, like we talked about, evil stage, eat your roots, and then they go back deep into the ground and come back next year. And so the last thing I want to tell you about today is how you can tell if it's grubs, right? How do you know if it's grubs versus heat stress versus, fungus versus disease? Like, how can we tell? Well, first thing is the grass is just going to be totally dead on top, and usually it's going to continue to spread outwards. But the biggest hack is when you go to the outside of the area that's affected and you stick a shovel in the ground and kind of lift it up a little bit, maybe on 3 sides and kind of peel it up, you're going to see little white grub looking things that look very similar to these. And they're generally between, they're pretty small. I'd say they're like up to probably about an inch in size. Don't quote me on that one. That's just kind of from seeing grubs about how big they are. Thank you so much for tuning in for this one. If you need help, feel free to reach out to us. We can help you pick a product at a big box store, or if you want to sign up for services and you want us to take care of your property, we'd be happy to do that as well. Thank you so much and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.